They killed. Give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my access. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. This obstacle sat in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I got you.
Let it rap real quick. Look. The city eyes. It's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga. Cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation faulty to fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Fierce taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope fail. Child become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans to a mall quad, telling me how them crackers turn this child into a ghost town. Poker stop, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Never like shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see profits under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit Asian, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara down, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to prop. Is my nigga serious? When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the profits, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. See the props. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the props. Like we all come together. They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the props. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask shit. Wrong with step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. I ain't taking no losses, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep me slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my nigga. what I'm saying? Under commanding general, yeah. Die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look. Hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, make you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit. Y'all know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm ripping. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood. I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
All right, shalom, Lil Curtis. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, make sure I can be heard on YouTube real quick. Give me 1 second. Make sure I can be heard. All right. Let me look at Facebook. I believe we're still having issues getting up and running on Facebook. All right, kind of now. We live. All right, Most High Christ. All right, Shalom Israel. This is the ISPK, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General Hunter. We've been established since 1969, and since 1969, we've been teaching truth according to the Bible. What is this truth according to the Bible? The truth is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians descend from the greatest people to ever walk the face of the planet Earth, and we make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. All right, so tonight is Tuesday night brotherhood class. If anybody got any questions, type them down in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Put your questions in the chat. And if not, I just go ahead and continue with the class. No sweat. Give me 1 second. All right, tonight's class is a man after the Lord's heart, King David. You understand? A man after the Lord's heart. Why was King David described in the scriptures as a man after the Lord's heart? He was a man after the Lord's heart because he had the features, the traits, you understand, of the Lord. He picked up the spirit of the Most High, that zeal that he had. The scriptures describe the Lord as a man of war. Not only is the Lord a man of war, but the Lord is merciful. You understand? We're going to get scriptures. We're going to break down the story of King David. You understand? Anybody got any questions? Just type in the chat. We're going to start with, we're going to start in the book of 1 Samuel. We're going to be in Samuel a few times, but we're going to start in the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel, chapter 8 and verse 4. All right. The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 8 and verse 4. Then all the leaders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel unto Ramah, verse 5, and said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. You understand? Right now, this is the people, the elders of Israel gathering themselves around Samuel. Who was Samuel? He was one of the most renowned and most respected righteous brothers at the time. He was one of the most respected judges of Israel over the time. Notice it said all the elders of Israel. You understand? Before we had a king. This is before we had a king. This is what the people asking for. They asked for a king to judge us like all the other nations. Of course, they were in the wrong for asking for this, because we are not to be like the other nations. We are supposed to be a holy, separate people from all the other nations. But we come and we ask to get a king, something that we have never had before in history to that date. All right. Verse 6. But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, Give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto the Lord. Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Samuel, Hearken unto the voice of the people, and all that they say unto thee. For they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them. You understand? They want a king to reign over them, not the Most High. You understand? What they want is to be like the other nations. And Samuel could not believe it. It said this thing displeased Samuel. Samuel was a righteous brother. He could not believe that they would come and ask for a king. Literally saying, give us a king like the other nations. All right. But the Most High said, let's listen to him. Hearken unto the voice of the people. They have not rejected you, they have rejected me. You understand? And these verses right here is what prompted us getting the king over all of Israel. The first king, of course, being Saul. The first king of all Israel. This right here led into us crowning Saul as the king of all Israel. Right? Now we're gonna drop that. We're gonna go to 1 Samuel chapter 13 and verse 13. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. 1 Samuel chapter 13. in verse 14. Verse 13. And Samuel said to Saul, Thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Lord thy God, which he commanded thee. For now would the Lord have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever. You understand? So at this point in time, Saul didn't even do right. The king that the people asked for did not do right by the Most High. You understand? He made some burnt offering. He saved some people he wasn't supposed to save. You understand? You have to go up and read it. You have to go up and get the context for it. All right. But in a nutshell, he went against what the Most High had to say. Verse 14. But now the kingdom shall not continue. The Lord had sought him a man after his own heart, and the Lord had commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which the Lord commanded thee. All right. So this is foretelling the coming of King David. You understand? Samuel told Saul, you ain't did what you were supposed to do by the Lord. All right. Because of this, it's gonna be somebody that come and replace you. It's gonna be somebody who comes and is better than you, who will actually lead the people how the Most High want them to be led. Somebody who was after the Lord's own heart. All right. I'm gonna drop that. We're gonna go to the book of 1 Samuel chapter 6. 1 Samuel chapter 16 to verse 6. Try to get through a few of them. And I'm gonna give y'all just the context, all right? So now in chapter 16, this is saying, this is the Lord, after dealing with Saul, he told Samuel to go and find a leader, go and find the new king of Israel among the sons of Jesse. So Samuel went out, and first off, Samuel was afraid of even finding somebody to replace Saul. You understand? The Lord had to tell Samuel not to be afraid, because he knew he knew the kind of brother that Saul was, which reveals itself later on in the scriptures. All right. Saul did not take kindly to being replaced at all. All right. And this is how the Lord found King David. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16 and verse 6. And it came to pass when they were come that he looked upon he looked on Eliab and said, Surely the Lord's anointed is before him. But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. You understand? And this happened repeatedly. Samuel kept seeing brothers, sons of Jesse, you understand, who would have had a great countenance, who of a great stature, tall, fit, looked like they were able to lead men, looked like they were able to be leaders of men. And this was carnal of him. Because the Lord said, what? He sees not as man sees. He don't look on the outward appearance. The Lord looketh on the heart. You understand? Not only does the Lord look upon the heart, the scripture say the Lord tries our hearts. He tries our reins. He says he searches our heart. He tries our reins. Our reins being what? What controls us. Think of like a reindeer. What you steer a horse with. You understand? He tries our reins. He's gonna find out what's our vice, what makes us move. How can we be controlled? What would we fall weak to? You understand? That's what the Lord cares about. He doesn't care about how people in the world see people. You understand? In the world, You get love and admiration just from being a person who likes to fight. Because people in the world are carnal. You can be the most wickedest bastard ever on earth. But people are carnal in the world, man. We celebrate gangsters and thugs and unalivers. We celebrate murderers and robbers. We look on that outward appearance, man. And we have these people be the ones who our children look up to. Instead of actually being stand-up people and austere and righteous people and actually saying the truth, because everybody knows the truth is it's wicked as hell to be a murderer. Listen to all this music that we love. Just listen to it from a righteous standpoint. You can tell, you can tell that something is not right. And we can laugh and dance to songs about people being unalived and murdered. You understand? Something is not right. Brother Colossus, I said, they just gave Big Meech a whole welcome home party. Come. We praise the hell out of Big Meech for what? Selling drugs. Getting rich off of selling dope. That's what we praise Big Meech for. You understand? We thought he was the greatest man in the world off of selling drugs. Not for being righteous, not for taking up for black women, taking up for black women and kids, being an upright man. Instead, he sold them drugs. And we love him. We loved him for that. All right? That's all the hell he did was sell drugs. You understand? And we love people for that. But the Most High says he doesn't care how much money it looks like somebody's getting. He doesn't care how big and strong they look. He cares about what's in their heart, how they think, what they would do, would they lead their people, would they be able to actually lead their people and guide them to righteousness, or would they have them unaliving each other? Would they have them fighting against each other and stealing from one another? Would they be jealous of somebody? You understand? You know, it's people who can be way richer than a brother and still hate a brother just because they have something that they don't have. Money is not everything. All right. You hate a brother who's less fortunate than you, but you love his real, don't you? He's less fortunate than you, but he's an amazing father, and you hate him for it. All right. We have to be able to judge someone by their character. You judge somebody by their merit. The scriptures, the kingdom of heaven will be a meritocracy. If you don't know what a meritocracy is, it is a society built on, structured on things that you have done. So Christ will be the king, of course, because guess what he did? Died for his people. All right. Things that you have done, well, the more good you have done and righteous things you have done, the higher your position in life will be. All right. What is America? A so-called democracy. It's supposed to be all for the people, but it is not all for the people. All right. It's on the outward appearance, it's a democracy. But if it was really a democracy, why the hell are we still starving? Why the hell does everybody complain about gas prices? Why the hell does everybody complain about rent going up? You understand? Why are we still complaining about our wages? If this was truly a democracy, you understand? America is more so a damn a bureaucracy, or autocracy is like a autocracy is a dictatorship. I won't say it's a dictatorship, but it is a bureaucracy which is made by appointing certain people. So white supremacy runs America through a bureaucracy system because they appoint people and their families and other white supremacist leaders, rich people, what have you, into whatever position they want, and they cover all their wickedness. And they steal from the poor and give to the rich. All right. That's all America is. Shalagi. Let me get back to the scriptures. One second. Shalagi. What was that? I was in the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel. That's right, we're gonna drop that. We're gonna drop that. And we're gonna go to the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17. In verse in a second. We're gonna go to the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, and we're gonna start at verse 19. All right, and I'm gonna try to get down through this. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 19. Now Saul and they, all the men of Israel, were fighting, were in the valley of Elah, fighting with the Philistines. Verse 20. And David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with a keeper, and took and went, as Jesse had commanded him. And he came to the trench, as the host was going forth to the fight, and shouted for the battle. For Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army. All right. This is after give me a second. After King David was anointed by Samuel. This happens right after. This will happen right afterwards. This is the story of David versus Goliath. All right. This is not the story of David versus some giant that is 200 feet off the 200 feet tall, anything like that. All right. This was a giant, as in a man of great stature. He is a tall man, but he is not an unbelievably tall man. All right. He's not a giant as you would think, as movies and the white man propaganda will make you think. All right. He was a warrior. I'm gonna keep reading. Verse 22. And David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper of the carriage, and ran into the army, and came and saluted his brethren. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words. And David heard them. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him, and were sore afraid. You understand? And this is what they did when they seen Goliath. When they saw him, they were sore afraid, because he was a damn warrior, man. Goliath was no joke. Goliath was down there ripping people's heads off, cutting people's heads clean off. You understand? It says he was a champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name. You understand? Verse 25. Verse 25. And the men of Israel said, have you seen the man that has come up? Surely to defy Israel has he come up. And it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. Man, they said that whoever unalive him, the king will give him riches, his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. This is how bad they wanted to unalive Goliath. This is how serious of a threat Goliath was. And everybody was afraid of him. No matter how much the king was offering, everybody was afraid, except for you know who, King David. I'm gonna keep reading. Verse 26. And David spake to the men that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine, and taketh away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine? They should defy the armies of the living God. Now, David was a straight thug, man. And David was a real man. You understand? And David was like, man, who is this uncircumcised Philistine to think he finna defy the armies of the Lord God? And David didn't give a damn how big he was, how strong he was. What David knew is he was fighting against the most high power. So David knew he could take him out. It don't matter how well of a fighter was, man. It don't matter how trained you are. If the Lord is not with you, it can be a it can be a couch potato, and you can be an untrained, or you can be a trained, seasoned fighter. And the day that the Lord chooses to go, the day you choose to go against the Lord let that couch potato put you on your behind, put you on your back pockets. All right. Said David started roasting. God. He like, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? You know what I'm saying? He knew he wasn't with the Lord. He knew the Lord wasn't with him. So he can take him out. All right. Verse 27. And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killeth him. Verse 28. And Eliab his brother heard when he spake unto the men. And Eliab's anger was kindled against David. And he said, why camest thou down hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know thy pride and the naughtiness of thine heart, for thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle. Man, his brother, David's brother's like, man, I know you. You came down here for the battle, man. You came down here to get into something. You up to no good. And y'all know how them big brothers come out checking them little brothers, man. Be like, you ain't ready for this. This ain't what you want. All right. Verse 29. And David said, what have I now done? Is there not a cause? And he turned from him toward another and spake after the same manner. And the people answered him again after the former manner. And when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him. All right, so now the brothers who are around, they heard what David said, and they heard David accept this challenge. He accepted this challenge of Goliath. So they went and told the king, Saul, and Saul sent for King David. And David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine. He's like, man, hey, don't let nobody else fear this uncircumcised Philistine, this heathen. I will go and handle it. All right. Verse 33. And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. You understand? This is why they were afraid, because he was a man of war from his youth. He had a savage reputation. He had a reputation as a cold-blooded warrior. All right. And King David was just a child. Nobody else accepted, nobody else stood up except for this child. And they thinking David is crazy. But they wouldn't dishonor King David. They wouldn't dishonor his request. King David was serious about it. All right. And they were willing to let him fight for his honor. All right. Verse 34. And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. Verse 35. And I went after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard and smote him and slew him. You understand? Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he had defied the armies of the living God. Man, this is the spirit of David, man. King David wasn't saying it's just a brag and boast. King David laid down his resume. So your servant, this child, just unalived a bear and a lion for trying to take my sheep. And this Philistine, this bastard is trying to go against the Most High's army, trying to go against the Lord. He ain't no better. He ain't no more dangerous. Says, so shall this Philistine be that defies the armies of the Lord, man. That's how King David thought. King David didn't see size. He didn't see weight. He didn't see muscle. All he knew was if a man goes against the Most High, he cannot win. He knew that the Lord was with the children of Israel, and that's all he had to know. He didn't give a damn about Goliath. All right. Verse 37. David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he would deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. Man, that was heavy what King David just said, man. Not only did he say what he did right there, he didn't just give his resume, but he said it was the Lord who did it. You understand? He wasn't just saying that, he wasn't saying this like he was some big, bad, macho brother. He was saying the same way the Lord delivered me out of the hand of the bear and out of the hand of the lion, so he delivered me out of the hands of Goliath. Because he knew he would never win a damn thing if the Lord ain't with him. All right. And that's a fact. On the way to the land of milk and honey, it was a time where Israel kept on losing battles. Just kept on losing and losing and losing. And why was that? Because the Lord went with them. Because somebody has stolen something or kept something when the Most High said, leave all of that alone, it's there. After we went to battle with them, that brother stole something and hid it in his tent. And because the Lord wasn't with them, they kept losing and losing and losing. You understand? That's how it works. That's what we have to realize, man. We are unbeatable if the Lord is with us. Everybody in history, all the major armies, you understand, your Romans, your I don't even call it your Nazis. You understand? All these different empires that fell. They fell. Before they fell, they rose through all might. They rose through physical attributes, military. They rose through technology, when they weapons. Only us, only the armies of Israel lose when the Lord ain't with us. You understand? We don't need guns, swords, none of that. As long as the Lord is with us, we win every battle. But our winning record, our whole career, I wouldn't say career, but our whole history of battles, if the Lord wasn't with us, we lose every time. All right. And that is the end all be all of Israel wars. Give me a second. Verse 38. And Saul armed David with his armor, and he put a helmet of brass. He put a helmet of brass upon his head. Also, he armed him with a coat of mail. And David girded his sword upon his armor, and he essayed to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off him. You understand? Verse 40. And he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook and put them in a shepherd's bag which he had, even in a scrip. And his sling was in his hand. And he drew near to the Philistine. And the Philistine came on and drew near unto David. And the man that bare the shield went before him. And the Philistine looked about and saw David and disdained him, for he was but a youth, and ruddy, and of a fair countenance. And the Philistine said unto David, Am I a dog that thou comest to me with staves? And the Philistine cursed David by his gods. And the Philistine said to David, Come to me, and I will give thy flesh unto the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the field. Then David said to the Philistine, Thou comest to me with a sword, and with a spear, and with a shield. But I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. Man, David was, man, for him to be a child, David was a real nigga already. You understand? David didn't come just thinking that he can outpower him, outmaneuver him. He said, You come to me with a sword, shield, and a spear, and I come to you with the most high power. All right? Which you have defied. Give me a second. Verse 46. This day will the Lord deliver thee into mine hand, and I will smite thee, and take thine head from thee. And I will give the carcasses of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air, and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel. And all this assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. Verse 48. And it came to pass when the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it, and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon his face to the earth. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. You understand? King David didn't even need a sword. This wasn't even a fair fight. Why wasn't it a fair fight? Was it not a fair fight because David was a child and this was a man of war, a grown man? Or was it not a fair fight because David didn't have a weapon, didn't have a sword, spear, or shield? It wasn't a fair fight because the Lord was with King David and he was not with Goliath. The odds were not in Goliath's favor. You understand? And it says a couple verses up, and King David said this, All this assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. That was heavy, man. He did this to prove a point. He did this to show that the battle is not won through physical strength. The battle is spiritual. The scriptures say the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but spiritual, through the breaking down of strongholds. All right, the things that have control of our mind. The way that we see people has a control on our mind. The way that we think about people with money, the way that we trust and believe and love money is a stronghold on our mind. A lot of people, nobody really even want to fight Goliath. Why? because of how he looked on the outside. You understand his strength that they feared. They feared his carnality instead of just trusting in the Most High. That's why the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. That King David knew in his spirit, can't nobody mess with the Most High. Can't no Philistine, whoever. You can call him a giant, whatever. As long as the Most High is with me, I can't lose. All right. I'm gonna get. Let me see. Uh, next second. All right, I'm just finish this off with a couple more quick scriptures. I might do a part two of this. So I will not get to. I will not get to the history between King David and King Saul. Oh, matter of fact, I'm gonna try to do this real quickly. All right, I'm gonna go to the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 18, and verse 6. The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 18, verse 6. All right, remember, this is directly after. This is the aftermath of the battle between the Philistines and Israel, and King David slaughtering. He was not a king at this time, but this was David slaughtering Goliath. All right afterwards. This is the book of Samuel, chapter 18, and verse 6. And it came to pass as they came, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, that the women came out of all the cities of Israel. Remember that word, women. You understand? That the women came out of all the cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the women answered one another, and they played and said, Saul had slain his thousands, and David his 10,000. You understand? Verse 8. And Saul was very wroth, and the saying displeased him. And he said, They have ascribed unto David 10,000s, and to me they have ascribed but thousands. And what can he have more but the kingdom? You understand? Verse 9. Saul eyed David from that day and forward. The history of Saul and David is this. Saul was jealous of David. You understand? He said, and what can he have? So like, you said it right. And what can he have more but the kingdom? You understand? So the Saul's man, he's like, I'm the king of Israel. First off, why the hell is everybody showing love, so much more love to David than me? You understand? And because of all this love and admiration, he's like, man, what next is he gonna take? The kingdom? What else can he take? My throne? Ever since then, man, because some women were chanting and singing a song, he hated King David. He couldn't stand King David. He could learn to forgive King David. It's not even something that King David done personally to him. It's because of the way other people viewed him. He couldn't stand it. He he had too much pride to let another brother outshine him. He had too much pride to allow King David to get some damn credit. Samuel is not. I'm just like Saul is not the one who went and slayed Goliath. It was David. The least he can allow him is a song sung by the women of Israel. Man. You understand? So because of this one little thing, it says Saul eyed him from that day forward. Saul tried to unalive David many times, tried to chase him out of Israel. He tried to unalive his own son Jonathan for trying to help King David. That's how bad he wanted to unalive him. And guess what? David never, not once, he never once tried to kill King Saul. Why? Because he was the Lord's anointed. David honored Saul no matter how wicked he was, no matter how right he would have been for unaliving Saul for him trying to unalive him. He said he would never touch the Lord's anointed. You understand? The scriptures say, "Vengeance is mine," saith the Lord. King David knew this well. He understood this well, man. Give me a second. I'm gonna get one more real quick. 1 second. I'm gonna go to 1 Samuel chapter 24. And verse 1. I'm gonna try to read it real fast. And it came to pass when Saul was returned from following the Philistines that it was told him, saying, "Behold, David is in the wilderness of En Gedi." Verse 2. Then Saul took 3,000 chosen men out of all of Israel and went to seek David and his men upon the rocks of the wild goats. This is how bad Saul wanted to unalive King David. Just David before he was a king at that time. He heard he was in the wilderness in some damn caves. He heard he was in the wilderness on the rocks of wild goats, meaning clefts, things like that. And he still grabbed his army and went and chased. He said he took 3,000 chosen men out of all Israel and went to seek David and his men upon the rocks of the goats. David is only barely living. He's running away from Saul. He done nothing wrong to Saul, and Saul could just not let him live. He would chase him to the ends of the damn earth. All because some women sung a damn song that gave David more praise than Saul. You understand? That's why the scriptures say you shouldn't hate a brother in your heart. Because once you hate a brother in your heart and you don't learn to forgive him, this is what's going to happen. The brother could have did nothing wrong with you, but you hating that brother in your heart, you're going to go through the extremes just to see that brother fail. All right? So like, I'm trying to read through it. I'm trying to get down through it real quick. Verse 3. And he came to the sheep coast by the way, where was a cave, and Saul went in to cover his feet. And David and his men remained in the sides of the cave. And the men of David said unto him, Behold, the day of which the Lord said unto thee, Behold, I will deliver thine enemy into thine hand, that thou mayest do to him as it shall seem good unto thee. Then David arose and cut off the skirt of Saul's robe privily, meaning the bottom of Saul's robe, you understand? It say it was a cave, and Saul went in to cover his feet. Saul and his men went into a cave to lay down, which just so happened to be the same cave that David and his men were hiding from. Saul in. You understand? And the brothers that was with David was like, you got him now. The Lord done delivered him into your hands. The Lord said to unalive your enemy. Here we go. And what did David do? Go and cut a piece of fabric off of his robe. All right. Let me keep reading. Verse 5. And it came to pass afterward that David's heart smote him because he had cut off Saul's skirt. And he said unto his men, the Lord forbid that I should do this thing unto my master, the Lord's anointed, to stretch forth mine hand against him, seeing he is the anointed of the Lord. This is how much honor David had for the Lord, man. How much love he had for the Lord. Saul may be dead wrong, but it was the Lord that put him in that position. It was the Lord who made him king over all of Israel. Saul, it's like David cut a piece of fabric off of Saul's skirt, off of Saul's robe. And he said his heart smote him. He felt bad just for doing that, man. And just for cutting off a piece of, man, that's like ripping a piece of somebody's shirt off. That's like ripping a couple fringes off a brother's pants who tried to unalive you. It seems like nothing, right? But that's how much admiration David had for Saul and for the Most High. Verse 7. So David stayed his servants with these words and suffered them not to rise against Saul. But Saul rose up out of the cave and went on his way. David also arose afterward and went out of the cave and cried after Saul, saying, my lord the king. And when Saul looked behind him, David stooped with his face to the earth and bowed himself. And David said to Saul, wherefore hearest thou men's words, saying, behold, David seeketh thy hurt. Man, this is David. It says he bowed with his face toward the earth. He's still honoring Saul, who tried to unalive him numerous times, so much so he got hundreds, I believe thousands of men or hundreds of men waiting to catch him right now. He just followed him into a damn cave, into the wilderness. And he's bowing to him, man, saying, why are you listening to people who say I seek to hurt you? All right, verse 10. Behold, this day thine eyes have seen how that the Lord had delivered thee today into mine hand in the cave. And some bade me kill thee, but mine eye spared thee, and I said, I will not put forth mine hand against my Lord, for he is the Lord's anointed. You understand? Verse 11. Moreover, my father, see the skirt of thy robe in my hand, for I cut off the skirt of thy robe and killed thee not. Know thou and see that there is neither evil nor transgression in mine hand, and I have not sinned against thee. Yet thou huntest my soul to take it. The Lord judge between me and thee, and the Lord avenge me of thee, but mine hand shall not be upon thee. As saith the proverb of the ancients, wickedness proceedeth from the wicked, but my hand shall not be upon thee. After whom is the king of Israel come out? After whom doest thou pursue? After a dead dog, after a flea? Said, after whom is the king of Israel come out, man? Who do you pursue? A dead dog, after a flea? What do you see me as? Nothing? You understand? I'm a brother to you, your servant, your loyal and honorable servant. I wouldn't dare unalive you. How can you be treating me so damn badly? He compared himself to a dead dog after a flea. Verse 15. The Lord therefore be judge and judge between me and thee, and see and plead my cause and deliver me out of thine hand. You understand? Start reading on that. But after this is when Saul finally realized how wrong he was for trying to unalive David all of these times, man. This shows you the character of David. Even with his life on the line, he will not go against Saul. He will not go against the Most High. He said, the Lord avenge me of thee. You understand? If I'm in the wrong or if you're in the wrong, the Lord will handle this. All right? And that is why the scriptures say that King David was a man after the Lord's own heart. All right? Because he's a man of war, but he was also merciful, especially to his brothers and sisters, especially to the Lord's anointed. All right? With that, if anybody have any questions, type in the chat. Now I'm gonna leave the chat open for a couple seconds. If I don't see anything, we're just gonna go into class with that. And I'm gonna get a song ready to roll it out with. All right. I did not see a question in the chat, so we're gonna go into class, y'all. And this was the ISPK, Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge, started on 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General Hunter, we are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group, Christianity, Islam, or any other wicked religion out there. This is Tuesdays in our brother class. I'm preaching out speaking Kanak, y'all, and with that, shalom.
One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends, so we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nobody abdominal. So what you sucker trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring a pocket. Lift to them pussy niggas is popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers. But I ride like I got group eyes for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been the proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going on my Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. It's war heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas spin like a tire, but down the deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.